Everybody is gone here.
Just like desert.
It's a desert now. Manigi, just this beautiful place. We are going to leave all these things behind. For who? For the Fulanis, of course. Kako government was a soldier. They want the Fulanis to occupy Nigeria and remain in Nigeria alone. Can you be quiet? I ask again, who is to stop this? Who? They are busy in Abuja doing nothing, practically nothing. Out of one small petty issue, when life is at stake, people are dying. Go to Asari Rock. What is Tinubu doing? I don't know. Except to fly to France, to Dubai, and everywhere. Why his people are dying? This is our village. We don't have anywhere else to go to. See, yeah, man. Now you allow Fulani to come and take over our land. Are they more superhuman beings than us? Are they more Nigerians than us? Just tell me. You say Nigeria, Fulanis are global people. Nonsense. Nonsense. Will you accept that I go to the far north and begin to cultivate my yam and maize? Will they allow me to do that? But here you say let them come and you talk about transhuman or whatever humans, protocol or whatever ECOWAS. You see all kinds of jargons. What kind of nonsense is this? Life is at stake. People are being displaced. Just do something. If you're overwhelmed, invite the international community to come and help you. Haba. But Pocho will still be there. Everybody is doing Pocho. Government is doing Pocho. Tinubu is doing Pocho at his level. The governors are doing Pocho at their own level. Everybody is doing Pocho. Pocho people everywhere. No wonder somebody say Nigeria is a shithole country. Okay, you have displaced these people. Where do you expect them to go to? Where? Would they come and meet you in Abuja? Haba, what is happening? Nigga be church ne? Nigga biane. Now nobody is here. Kai, move on, like the song was stopping me. Don't come. There's nobody here. I said, Bishop said I should come and pick Father Fair. See, he said them. They were very, very frustrated and waiting for me. Who is to stop this? I'm asking again. Who is to stop this? Must everything be all about politics? People are dying. Please, this government, rise to your responsibility. Be accountable. For once, I beg, try. Where is that Nigeria, those Nigerian soldiers that are known to be very brave? Where are they? Or are they also being compromised? People in Portugal. No. I want to. If you don't come, we are finished. They are just like nothing.
Okay, wait, meet them. Go back. Wait first. Go to make you come with your bed. Sir? But who's staying from right? See that with you. Now that motor and now we don't collect people from there. They don't have bush. We lost the no face. Back, more they watch. I don't know where you go take us. Two guys na mobile. Hey, this gun now. Now go on be that though. Then na tear gas. No, it throw tear gas. Yeah, tear gas again. Okay. Yeah, it throw tear gas. Why they waste the tear gas? Where they tear gas? Where they go throw the tear gas now? You don't off light. Now, what they supposed to do? What the police supposed to do? They go off light. They waka they go. They know even on the this. I don't know. Our people, they connive with Fulani to perpetuate this criminality. They have no know because those who have been victims, those who have been kidnapped, they come out and they reveal what happened. And some of them the masked, only mask. Yeah, our local people in that midst. Fulani, they don't mask. They speak their language and you hear it. So my brothers, or do you know that? Go and tell your village. Any solution? Gabu self-defense. You have the right to self-defense. We must rise to defend ourselves. Government has failed us. Government has failed us. I've moved several motions. I've moved a motion on insecurity in Usually. The last time people were killed in Nimbo, I came there physically. I came to commiserate with the families. I got to the Senate. I moved the motion. It was approved. The Senate Committee on Legislative Compliance followed it up. The IG of Police has that resolution. The Chief of Army Staff has that resolution. The Director of DSS has that resolution. Nothing has been done. Many state governments are not waiting for federal government any longer. Federal government security system, the police, the DSS, the civil defense, because the so-called Fulani people and herdsmen or bandits, they are not spirits. We can't be complaining every day. They will come and kill our people. Haba. So, Bikonu, on the Bani, Oyela Roru, Jaguar, Umonanya, Jaguar, the village head, Jaguar Ikwe, or whoever. Jaguar, the head of vigilante, only village with vigilante, and a church and a bani. Right from the time I was a kid, we're in the change, now can bring Bani Mayas. When Nano Notobu, who there, on a room. Some people know that today. Echile, no room. That's how security has been maintained in the bank. So why are we running away now? Government, because our own PDP government in Enugu State is not prepared to secure us. It is not just because Pitamba is from Kanu. Buruburu, Boyesika, PDP government. He was there for 8 years. Did he secure us? No. So what are we talking about? The PDP government in Enugu State is not prepared to provide security for her citizens.
All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we bring you back-to-back update and information as it is hot. In case you have not joined our social media handle, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news is dropping, you go be the first. We will collect them. All right, let's go down to the news proper. As it is hot, I go to bring you the information one by one. Before I go bring you the information of the day where they talk about the Imo community protest, alleged forced land acquisition for Fulani herdsmen, people where they live for Imo State, don't they complain say some Imo State indigenes they connive with Fulanis to force them and collect their land and give to the Fulanis. Of course, you know that sometimes there is nothing an Igbo man will not do for money. But before we go to this particular information, I want to take you to what happened in court the other day with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Of course, you know that a lot of witnesses that came to witness against him, their faces were covered, and part of his offenses were that he was carrying televising equipment, radio equipment, of which he was using to, connect the broadcast of the radio Biafra and other things that were found in his bag. And there was not. I was waiting to hear something like they found a gun in his bag, or maybe they found a bomb in his bag, or maybe they find anything that is against, or they found drug in his bag or anything. But there was nothing like that. The only testimony was that they found the radio Biafra frequency equipment in his bag. And Kepu don't they leak now. You don't they hear Kepu because the witnesses that came to court that day, each and every one of them covered their faces. The judge allowed them to mask their face, and that is to say that Kanu will not be able to see the people who are witnessing against him. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's legal team, they okayed that particular proceeding. They okayed that particular, way of testifying. But some Kepu don't they leak say the person among the people who masked their face are some notable Igbo sons who came for that witness and pointing allegedly accusing finger is pointing to Uwazurike. Of course, you people know Uwazurike, who was one of the people that started this struggle as far back as 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2000. I think he was released, which it was the time of Olusegun Obasanjo during his protest and movement of Masop, a movement of restoration of Biafra, so something like that. I could remember those days in Onitsha while we were still small, we were still young, secondary school children, when the Wazirike team conquered Onitsha and made landlords to reduce their rent. Then they said that the landlords will be paying so amount of money because where we are is in Biafra land. I remember everything that happened during that time up until Wazirike was arrested. And after Wazirike was arrested, we had Kepu that Wazirike signed a deal with Nigerian government, with then President Olusegun Obasanjo. That's the former president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo. He signed an agreement that he will drop everything that concerns Biafra. And after that agreement, that was when Wazirike came into the limelight of becoming among the rich men in Nigeria. There are some Kepu that say that he was giving oil well. Allegedly, there are some, but we know that there were some settlements because after he came out of detention, he became very rich. Even to testify that Wazirike is very rich and an influencer today, he has a lot of building in Owerri. If you go to Owerri World Bank, you will see a lot of things that he have acquired, a lot of things. Even his security, his Masop men has been legalized as a legal security in this nation. You can hire them to serve as your security and pay them, and it is still going on up until today. And of course, you know that around 2015 or there about 2014, 2015, when Mazi Nnamdi came out, Wazirike was part of the people who arrested Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, handed him over to the DSS because he had signed a deal to make sure that nothing about Biafra prospers, that everything that concerns the protests, the talking about the restoration of the indigenous people of Biafra must die. And he fought Mazi Nnamdi Kanu then mercilessly. And as it is now, Kepu don dey leak say for the people who marks their face, for the protest, for that particular witness in court, that Wazirike is one of them. And there are other people who were mentioned. Of course, people who are under the DOS, who have disagreed that they have nothing to do with the indigenous people of Biafra. Because you know that DOS have disagreed many times that they have nothing to do with the indigenous people of Biafra. And these are how these factions has been divided from DOS, from Masob, we got to DOS, from DOS, we got to the indigenous people of Biafra, from indigenous people of Biafra, we got to the Biafra Republic government, autopilot, we got to autopilot. From autopilot, we landed to the Biafra Republic government in exile. From Biafra Republic government in exile, we have a faction now that is called the United States of Biafra. You can see how the struggle has proceeded since that time. All right, let's go down to what is happening in Imo State. Of course, that is the headline for today. Imo communities protest against forced land acquisition for Fulani Herdsmen settlement. There is a panic in agrarian communities of Ohanezendigbo local government, Imo State, following an alleged move to establish a Fulani Herdsmen settlement in the area by the state government. The allegation comes from the leaders of the affected communities lamenting the invasion of their farmland by reportedly government officials who were accompanied by security agencies, forcing them out of their farms. The people of the area are urging the state government to leave their ancestral land alone to enable them to feed their families, as they maintain that farming is their sole source of livelihood. One of the affected communities, Umuakpo Ohaji, through one of their leaders, Luke Chukwu, a former member of Imo State House of Assembly, former local government council chairman of the area, appealed to the state government to stop the unnecessary encroachment of their farmland where they farm for sustenance. Addressing journalists, the former lawmaker narrated how a group of people who claimed to be government officials invaded their farmland, destroyed crops and economic trees, and were accompanied by armed security agencies without the people's knowledge. Chukwu said the people were not consulted by the government before the invasion, expressing surprise as how the Ministry of Land, Survey and Physical Planning violated the land use decree. He explained that the decree gives the local government council chairman the authority to legally acquire rural land in the agreement with landowners, along with full and adequate monetary compensation. He maintained that the people of Umuakpo Autonomous Community are peace-loving and development-driven, pointing out that land acquisition should follow due process, and the reason for the acquisition must be clearly outlined. The former council chairman said it is a taboo to sell land, especially farmland, let alone using it for cattle ranching or ruga, adding that they have no need to sell their land as they feed and survive from it. Speaking for the people of Obiti Ohaji Autonomous Community, Mr. Chinaza Azukwara told journalists that Fulani herdsmen are currently occupying their farms, eating up their crops that are due for harvesting. He lamented that the people of the area are helpless because the herdsmen are well armed and ready to kill anyone on sight, informing that there is perpetual panic in the area. Ajukwara pointed out that no sensitive government would leave its citizens unprotected to make policies that would put them in danger. He observed that the recent clash between farmers and cattle rearers in some parts of the country is evidence enough to shape government policies on how to protect its citizens. Establishing Fulani herdsmen settlement in communities that are basically farmers is an invasion for chaos, and we are going to resist it. We are currently experiencing food insecurity, which would be worsened by the establishment of herdsmen settlement, and crisis is looming in our area, he lamented. Our correspondent had earlier reported that the Commissioner for Land, Survey and Physical Planning, Enyima Onuegbu, while addressing journalists in his office, denied any attempt to forcefully acquire portions of land in the area. He maintained that consultations are still ongoing, but however, did not disclose the purpose behind the land acquisition. It was also gathered by our correspondent that herdsmen are currently occupying the area in question as farmers lament destruction of their crops. All right, welcome back. This is what is currently happening in the current Nigeria, in the current Imo State, in the current nation where the people have found themselves. The people have found themselves in a nation where they are no more protected. You know, when you have greedy people in office, people who have had absolute power. Of course, you know that absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. Of course, the government of the day has absolute power. Look at the defection of the PDP candidate defecting to APC, and this is to show you that the leadership of APC have had absolute power in Nigeria. It's automatic, it is glaring, it can be seen that the leadership of APC has absolute power over Nigeria. And of course, you know that absolute power corrupts absolutely. Where a government in power, we have nobody to condemn them, we have nobody to, speak against them, we have nobody to say anything against them. Every single governor, everybody is running to APC. And look at what is happening where Okokwa, the former governor of Delta State, was accused of stealing 1.3 trillion naira. And he said, according to him, he said, I am not afraid of EFCC, Okokwa boast over alleged 1.3 trillion naira fraud, because currently he defected to APC and he felt that APC is an umbrella covering evil. And that is what APC allegedly has decided to become in this nation, because in a nation whereby you have a government that nobody can question, nobody can compete with, there is no opposition, nobody can oppose. The government of APC now has become an unopposed government, because almost the 36 state governors are defecting to APC, and we wonder what is going to happen in the 2027. All right, this is where I'll be winding down the curtain, and if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drops, you go be the first. We will collect them. Thank you for listening. God bless you.